So this is a bit older. Straight in. Kingswood was a red brick box of a school covered with scrubbed out racist graffiti. I was often called Blackie or nigger by girls who hung out outside the school smoking fags, their hair sprayed in flicks, black K-hole and stripes of neon, blue and pink eyeshadow across their eyelids. Many of the people in Danesholm had come down from Scotland to the Midlands in search of work in the 1970s. As a result, almost everyone spoke with a thick, guttural Glaswegian lilt and afterbite. The Scottish accent was so nice when they were reading poetry in class, but terrifying when you hear it shouting, "You're gonna die, you nignog," as I ran through the woods. That's an awful accent, but I think you get a picture. I ran being pursued by about 15 kids. 5 or 6 of them were on BMXs. I saw them all waiting for me at the school gates. I went out through the lower gate and ran blindly across the traffic of the main road. A car horn beeped, alerting them. I ducked under the barbed wire and made a run for it into the woods. They were shouting, "Get her, get her, get her, Blackie, Blackie, Blackie." As I was running, branches scratched my arms and legs, but I tore through and kept going. Now, there was someone with me, I remember. It was a chubby girl called Claire. She was my partner in home economics, and she was running next to me. It was her who said, "Uh-oh, they're at the gates." It was her that warned me. I thought she was stirring me up, but that was when I looked up and saw a gang of them all waiting to fight me. "Come on," Claire said. "If we go this way, they won't see us." And I followed her. Claire and I ran. We ran through the woods. My heart was in my throat. I was dizzy with adrenaline and fear. I've never run so fast in all my life. I was way ahead, but they were leaving Claire alone. The BMXs were cutting in front of me. I swerved, jumped over a broken old tree trunk as the bike tyres cut into the earth and dead leaves. I was a fox, and the BMX bikes were the dogs with the scent on their tyres. I could hear them behind me braying, a braying crowd who ran behind me. Now, earlier that day, my friend Mandy had decided she wasn't my friend anymore. At lunch break, Mandy and some other girls with hair-sprayed flicks had said to me, "You's better watch your step. We's got a wee surprise for you after school." She didn't say it like that, did she? I don't know what that was. A surprise. I love surprises. I'd laughed it off, and then she'd spat, "You's got a fight tonight." "Woo, I'm scared." "You's better be." Now I was scared, and I was cornered in the woods. They stood around me, calling me names and discussing who was going to fight me first. "Have you seen her black mum? Her mum's got shit all over her." "Listen, I don't see why we have to fight. You's been getting too big for your boots. You need to be brought down a wee peg or two, you black bitch." Mandy snarled at me, pulling off her coat and rolling up her sleeves. "But I thought we were friends." "Well, you thought wrong, you coon. And what's that you've got round your neck? Anyway, some African voodoo black magic nigger shit, is it?" Everyone laughed, but it was then when I looked down and I saw I was wearing one of my mother's hippie 60s necklaces. It was a peace symbol in black, orange and yellow, a flat beaded circle on a string of orange beads. The gang all sniggered at me. They said I should be wearing it in my bottom lip, like when I was in my tribe, like when I was in the jungle. Claire was bright red in the face. She often blushed, but she was especially beetroot colourful. She said, "Why don't you just leave her alone?" And they jeered at Claire and teased her, asking her which side she was on, and she shouldn't spend too much time with me or she'll get shit on her too, and she'd better watch it or she'll get a fight too. Mandy squared up to me, a boxer, getting ready for a bout. She looked like she knew what she was doing too. I knew that if I so much as flinched, she'd throw a punch. I didn't want to be hit. I don't want to fight. And then she surprised me by saying, "Fight me then." And I didn't really know what to do. I avoided her eyes and fiddled nervously with the necklace. "Come on, scared or something?" The crowd started chanting, "Fight, fight, fight, fight." Improvising and desperate to do anything to avoid coming to blows, I held the necklace up like a crucifix, my hand shaking, and I found my voice was steady, and then my voice suddenly started going, "Curse you." "What?" "Curse you. May your crops fail." "What?" There was a pause, a silence. I took a very deep breath, and continued, I curse you. Your crops will fail, your water will be poisoned, your children will be born deformed, your fields will be ridden with flies, your food will rot, I curse you all. You will suffer disease and hunger. I had no idea what was coming out of my mouth. I allowed my watery eyes to gently go out of focus as though I was in a trance and talking in tongues, whilst I kept repeating things about disease, deformed babies and failed crops, holding this necklace up like a crucifix. Mandy was the first to shout, are you doing black magic voodoo shit on me? Kids started backing off and getting on their bikes, then riding off, swerving in the leaves and screaming, shit, she knows voodoo, run, run, wait for me. The stragglers ran off into the woods as I was still babbling, this curse will follow you. No matter where you go, this curse will follow you, your crops will fail. As long as you are under the same sky, you are eternally cursed. When everyone had run off, I burst into sobs of tears as soon as they came. Claire was still there, standing still, scarlet-faced and trembling. My tears turned to relief as she touched my arm and asked if I was all right. And I thanked her for sticking up for me. And we walked home, giggling. She knows voodoo, shit. She knows voodoo, shit. She knows voodoo, shit. Thank you.